AC Sports Live is brought to you by All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. Earn your Class A and Class B license and endorsements with courses online and in person in the city of Long Beach. Call or visit the website 909-708-4861, www.allincdotraining.com. If you're unemployed, underemployed, or just want to change a career, scholarships are available, so don't worry about the cost. Give them a call. All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. AC Sports Live is also brought to you by Mood Swing Apparel, DEM Clothing. Dominate every matchup, period. Check them out, Mood Swing Apparel on Instagram. AC Sports Live is also brought to you by Cannon Nation Boxing. If you want to learn the sweet science of boxing, or if you just want to get a real good workout in, working out and training with pros, check out CannonNationBoxing.com and become the best version of yourself today.
He ain't never slumber, never put him to the test. He be reigning king forever, resurrected after death. All praise to God, brother, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, all praise to the one.
Yes, sir.
Here we go once again. Showtime. Rubio, Dr. Frazier, The Peopleization. AC Sports Live, episode 15, season 6. Same bad time, same bad channel, Tuesday at 9. Sponsors, appreciate you. More sponsors on the way. Working with my main man, James Washington. New Era Athletics. Stay tuned for that. Dr. Frazier, what's good, my brother? Rubio Method. Showtime. Tonight's show, man, kind of impromptu. A lot going on. Had a crazy weekend. I'll talk to you about it. Got a new title. I'll talk to you about that and how my teammates came through this weekend. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the importance of the bond you make with people throughout your years. And sports plays a big part of that. And the blood, sweat, and tears you share with people somehow or another creates this friendship that cannot be broken. And people need that. I think that's a huge part that goes unmentioned in athletics, is the camaraderie, the fellowship you have with people when you are together. Case in point, Rubio, right there. Teammates in college, we've been friends ever since. Reconnected, we have similar podcast aspirations. He hopped on the show, I hopped on his show, and now we have midnight conversations with Rubio and AC. Shared a picture last week of UCLA's Wall of Fame, or Floor of Fame, I should say. And we just happened to be in the same shot. And here goes some technology for you. If I can't pull it up. If I can, do I see it? I know I took a picture, but I don't know where I put the picture at. I might have just, oh yeah, here we go. So let's see if I can't get this up in time, just to show you how sometimes you need to have connection with people and send somebody something you have in common. Is this it? What time is it? 9:09? Yeah, this is it. All right, so if you look closely, this is the floor at UCLA. And all these names are of people who played. So these people in this particular shot were my teammates at some form. I got Jamal Clark, was my roommate right next to me. Abdul McCullough, Darren McClure, Javelin Guidry, Sean Gully, Anthony Jones, Ryan Rock, Aaron Rock, Chris Rubio, Chad Sauter, Gary Walton, rest in peace, Ted Wilkie, Ishmael Moreau, James Milliner. All these guys are in this same shot in some way or another. We in there and forever etched together. The Moolies in the building. Small world, Moolie. I just talked to John Barnes today, another one of our teammates. So quick context for the outside peopleization, Dr. Frazier. The Moolie, Chris Alexander, was our starting tailback. And if you look a little further up the wall, all the names, he's up there. We forever have that connection. So pretty cool. The ups and downs of being a student athlete, the ups and downs of high school, going to your next level, transitioning into your adulthood. The people that are there, like, I had to tell some students today, I don't have any ill feelings to anybody that I've ever befriended from middle school, high school, college. You just go your separate ways and you don't let something kind of tear you up inside because somebody's relationship or a friendship might have went sour. You changed best friends. I don't think we're wired like that. I think you take the good with the good. Case in point, one of my good friends in college was Brian Wilmer. And we were almost like best friends. We were both believers. We were going to like same Bible study. All that was good. And then the fork in the road was the OJ case. And the plight of the black man versus justice, so to speak, was where we did not agree. But even though we had a disagreement right there, which made our friendship not as tight, I saw him at the Terry Donahue camp a few months back, and we hugged like brothers. We were so happy for each other. Our families are doing well. He's doing well. We both have a coaching bug. And it was just reestablished because we bled together. We cried together. We won together. My most proud moment was our victory over USC in '96. And in my picture of the interception in the end zone, he's right next to me. So we are forever connected. That whole picture was myself, Brian Wilmer, and Abdul McCullough. So when I see Abby Dabby, it's the same thing. It's those relationships. And that's what I'm trying to share with my current team as I coach Norwalk High School. I make the boys dap up after every practice because I see a separation. Today's generation does not love each other. They want their shine, and that's all. So I think they need to be taught what is going to come out of this and what's going to be the end product. And I say, well, we have enough good players to win. That's going to bring us together. But this work we're putting in right now, as I got you getting up at 6 in the morning to lift weights, you're never going to forget that. You're going to say, years from now, man, remember Coach Cobbs got the job and had us lifting in the morning? That's crazy. No, that's part of the process, man. You need that. I haven't even gone crazy yet. Shout out to Coach Yox. Rubio, were you there for the Yox workouts? You were a long snapper. You might have got out of it. Coach Yox had us taking creatine at 4:30 a.m. running before the sun came up. Getting slower. We were so upset. But we would look back at that. It means me, Derek Ayers, Philip Ward, Paul Guidry, Javelin Guidry, Aaron Ryan Rock. All of us were out there at the crack of dawn. This is after you, Moolie. This is after you when Coach Yox got there. He changed everything. You guys had Phil Fry. We had Phil Fry as our strength and conditioning coach, and he wasn't getting up before 9 a.m. We got this guy from the Midwest named Kevin Yoxel. Coach Kevin Yoxel had us up at 4:30 a.m. running and lifting. No gloves allowed in the weight room. He wanted us to bleed. He wanted our hands to bleed so that would get tougher. He said, you UCLA dudes are too soft. I got to make you tough. Word around town is y'all finesse. And he changed that right quick. Rube said, congratulations on the new job. I always knew you were my go-to man for when I have my religious questions, and no, they will not stop. Hey man, I'll answer your questions at the best of my ability. We actually have a show at my church called Ask the Apostle every second Wednesday of the month. You can tune in 3CLN Ministries and ask questions to the apostle. He's 91 or 90 going on 91, so he knows a lot more than me. That's who I go to for my questions. Movie said it was a great group. We had a good time, man. All you OGs were OGs for sure. Bruin Braun, forever. I don't remember seeing you in the weight room too much, Mooley. I know you were strong, but you guys were just slick. You guys knew how to get by. Hey man, I appreciate that. CA said, remember when Coach Bernie waking us up in the dorms during double days? Man, Coach Bernie was scary, bro. I don't know. When Coach Bernie came on that bus before the game and said, you gonna let somebody come on your house and steal your stuff? And that's not how he said it, but that's what he said. In other words, these guys are coming into your place and stealing all your stuff. And then we were like, no, then let's go out here and take what's ours. And jumped off the bus. You remember those things, man. Rubio said Yox was brutally fair. I told him that 2 years ago, and he loved that description. Brutally fair. Tune in, CH. I know it. I appreciate it, man. Hey, those bonds, you just don't never lose them, man. Think about somehow putting together a show for just that. Bring on the Mooley, bring on Geach, P, Ward, Rubes, Sailor, all the guys just hop on. Sauter, all those guys, man. Wilmer, Clarkey, everybody had a nickname too, it felt like. La Chappelle, KJ, Stokes, BA. And then for the brothers who aren't here, a lot of our Bruin brothers are not here, and it's good to always bring them up. Remember Big Bruce Walker, Big Saleh is no longer with us. Gary Walton is no longer with us. Kim Lawhorn is no longer with us. Kevin Williams is no longer with us, of course. Eric Turner is not with us. A lot of brothers, man. A lot of people we, became close with, left here too soon. And we want to make sure they never get forgotten or lost in the commotion of everything. But that lets us know and reminds us of how short life is and how precious it is and how we should always, not treat it lightly, that we are here, we are breathing, and I thank God daily for all my brothers, man. I appreciate that. You should do it. Good idea, Mooley. Let's figure a way. It'll be great. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. We all got a story to tell, and it's always good to learn from those who have been through the storm. Tonight, man, the Sixers got in the win column, so I'm less likely to say trade them all. But BJ Edgecombe leads the Sixers to a 105-92 win to even the series up at 1-1. I'm still not as excited or sold that the way the Sixers are constructed are going to win anything. I think it's time to move on from Joel Embiid, as hard as that sounds. Lakers are on now. Third quarter, 67 to 60. 6-7 for the kids. 6-7, they say. Don't have the whole team. Lakers can beat the Rockets. Is KD playing? KD is cooking, but the KD is losing. Wembanyama got hurt. Oh, correction. Sixers won 111 to 97. So nice little 14-point lead. 14-point win. League faced Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama goes out with a concussion. And they say football is dangerous. You get a concussion in basketball. It happens. You can get a concussion at the house. Bump your head on a cabinet and see a light. That's a concussion. I know this because I've had my share. Concussion when you sneeze too hard. Concussion, you bumped your head on the car door as you exit or enter. So the NBA playoffs are underway. I don't know who y'all got. I'm still going to rock with, in the West, I'm not that vested because the NBA is hard to watch these days with all the tanking and then guys not playing every night. Out the West, I still think it's going to be out of Denver and Oklahoma City. I would like to say the Spurs are up and coming. They lost tonight. Wembanyama's hurt, so I'll slow up on that. I don't believe in the Lakers. LeBron is doing incredible things at 41, but he's 41. Whatever deal he made with the devil, I don't think it's going to be able to hold up without Luka and AR-15 being at full strength. And DeAndre Ayton is not him underneath. So Lakers can get, I think, past the Rockets and maybe the next one, but I don't think they'll come out the West. I think the West will come out of Denver or Oklahoma City. In the East, it's looking to me like, even though the Celtics lost tonight, they're stronger for the long haul. So Celtics, Cavaliers. I was thinking New York for a minute, but they lost to Atlanta. That proved that they're not as great as I thought. So out of those four teams, Boston and the Cavaliers, the Nuggets, and the Thunder, I think a champion will be, I don't know if it's going to be SGA and them again. If the refs stop calling all the fouls, is SGA as effective? So far, he's been still getting away with all those fouls and all that stuff. So we shall see. What else? I think it's an impromptu show, man. I get a chance to produce. I got a lot going on with this football team. Our schedule is set in stone now. We have our homecoming game. It's going to be October 16th versus Santa Fe. So check out those Norwalk Lancers if you get a chance. And I'm proud of these boys, man. They are getting locked in, having lunchtime film sessions, AM lifts, PM Skelly, PM team. They actually had scouts at practice the other day. Shout out to Whittier College. Head coach Corey White came through. OC Lucas Govin, DB coach David Ayagi, and O-line coach Andrew Jacobs came through. Check out the Norwalk team. They felt the presence of eyes. Whittier is a school my son is going to transfer to from Delaware State to Whittier College, and he's filming up. He's going to get the film and show the youngsters this is the new pattern. Film is the key. Film. I actually had the kids in the classroom today for a lunch session. And this is just a quick, just getting them to see themselves, getting them to get accustomed to be accountable that everything they do is going to be on film, that will change how you view yourself and your effort. They've watched film in the past, not sure how, but eventually we're going to be very detailed to the point of production. Every single play, did you have a positive or a negative play? And when you know you're going to be critiqued in that manner, it does make you more conscious of how you get around, how you get to the ball, or how you get to the huddle and all that stuff. It gives us post-traumatic stress in a way, because you always are being corrected. You're always being told what you're doing wrong, and not always are you told what you're doing right. I would like to say it's beneficial to do both. To give people feedback, positive and negative, so they can get things corrected, and the things that they do right, keep doing those things and find out how you do it a little bit better. So all that stuff is going to be part of what we are in the process now of getting young people to believe in themselves. So that's the hardest thing I'm trying to get, is the mental switch to come on, because I think this generation is insecure. They might be delusional to a point where they think it's going to happen because they dominate their little city or their little team or the group they're in. But they have to be understanding to a point that if this translates to playing against someone else, someone better, can I do the same things I'm doing versus my teammates or my little brother or whatever else situation they might be in? And let that be the lesson for life, and that no matter what the task or whatever's in front of you, if you've trained, if you've prepared, if you've studied, you can accomplish something. And it's a brainwashing that has to happen. I watched this when we played De La Salle High School back in 2001. We were coaching at Long Beach Poly. We were number 2 in the nation, number 1 by some media outlets, and De La Salle was number 1 or number 2. So it was the game of the century. And what I noticed, the difference between our kids and the De La Salle kids was mentality and belief. Our kids believed they were better, but when adversity struck, some of our kids doubted and kind of didn't play up to their best ability. And then the discipline starts to fall off once you no longer believe. Whereas you have all these kids from De La Salle who are undersized, but they have won 150 games in a row. So they hadn't lost in 15 years or something like that. And we had the number 1 team on paper. We had 20 Division I players. They had 5 or 6. We should dominate and we should destroy them. But we did not have the brainwashing sessions that De La Salle had. As I went and researched the team and see what they do, their head coach coached the offensive line, and he made sure they believed they could dominate any defensive line they faced. The belief was next level. The focus was next level. It was almost cultish, the way those kids were locked in. We had more talent, easy. But that belief, that superiority complex was crazy. Had we played one more quarter, our ability and our strength would have overpowered them. But they knew for 60 minutes, they could dominate us. Or was it 48 minutes, 12-minute quarters? 48 minutes. It's just easier to say 60 minutes. But I think it's 12-minute quarters. And they run pretty fast. But that belief thing is big, man. I was breaking this down to somebody. Why do Long Beach Poly players go pro? It's the belief. It's the downright belief that I'm going pro. When I still know it's a 1% chance of you going pro. But seeing all those pictures on the wall of those who went to college and those who went on to the NFL, and you were told from the age 8 years old to when you were 15, 16, 17 years old going to college, that you're going to go to college and you're going to dominate day one. And it doesn't always happen that way, but the training continues and you still believe. All you need is a tryout. All I need is a camp invite and I'm going to make the team. It's not just photo op. It's not just taking pictures with, your uniform and looking cool. It's about the work you put in and how you train and how you view yourself on film, how you view yourself comparison to your peers. How does a Jack make it? How does a Juju Smith make it? How does Kareem Kelly make it? How does all the guys who've made it? My humble beginnings, I only started 1 year and I had a cup of coffee in the NFL. That's just crazy how that works. I was not the best player on my Pee Wee team. I played with some great players. Ross Miller, Booch, Z-Bone, Abdul Aziz Momo. These guys were worlds better than me. But circumstances and life happen. But if you stay on the right track, I meet a coach named Don Norford who pulled me to the side and says, you can be on the wall. You can have your picture on the wall. If you stop acting like the kids who are not going to make it and start acting like the kids who are going to make it. It's a decision you have to make in your mind. In our mind. Dr. Frazier said, I agree that, Coach, I'm still a Laker fan, but that could tame me is not it. How are my running backs? They work in progress, man. The good thing is, I got a great offensive line. My coach, Thurston Hollis II, putting together a nice little system. We can rotate guys in. Got 2 lines. So I have first and second string that look like they're going to be able to push some guys around. I have some guys at the running back spot that are getting better. I don't have any naturals. And I'm saying that the best way I can. There's no natural Chris Alexander. There's no natural Derek Ayers. There's no natural Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, formerly known as Sharon Shaw. But the way the offensive line is blocking, some of our running backs are getting 7 to 8 yards a pop before they even touched. So if I can find 3 guys, and I think we have them. I got 3 guys that have different skill sets. Nobody with blazing speed. No Chris Alexander, no Derek Ayers. But I got some guys that are shifty, and I think that might be enough. And I got 3 quarterbacks that can throw it a little bit. So it won't be your dad's Norwalk for sure. But we will pound the football, but we will get it in the air and keep the defenses honest. OG Neal said, I'm coming to check out a game at Norwalk. Absolutely. All the OGs got them field passes waiting for you. Just let me know beforehand. I have a list. Definitely give you some daps, get a quick pick, and show the love and support. I appreciate that, Moody. Papo in here, man. He's a veteran of the Norwalk program. He's one of the kids I wish I had. He was in my class last year, super tough. Had an injury, unfortunately, at the end of the year, which kept him out of the playoff game, and they sure could use him. I have his younger brother on the team now, trying to get him right, and hopefully, again, get younger brother a ring, and he can show it off to his big bro. He come home and say, look at my ring, Papo. Hey, look at this. It is a culture, man, for sure. Hey, man. I truly believe just talking, reminiscing, and feeding into each other is therapy. You love to holler at my RBs. Let me know when you're ready to come through, and I'll let them know they're gonna hear from an OG. Oh yes, sir. I'm gonna need a field pass. So I'm gonna figure it out. I know I gotta talk to the staff and the security, and I was like, man, I want all OGs that played at Norwalk to have a open invite to practice, to games, full access. If nobody else is on the sideline, it's going to be former players, teachers, coaches who put in some time with this school, they should get that benefit. They should not have to pay to go to the games. They should not have a bunch of people telling them what they can and can't do. They should have full access to the house that they built. The facilities are awesome. Brand new field, brand new locker room, brand new press box. Everything's brand new, pretty much. And they built that. So, Elijah, Rashad Penny, they built that. That championship team in 2013, they didn't win it, but they got there. So they get that plaque of runner-up. And we want to help them in the 50th year since they won in the CIF championship get one. I believe it's possible. So good things happening over here, man. I'm excited for them. WrestleMania was this week. My son was pumped. He jumped on a chair and hit the the Viper. It wasn't the best WrestleMania. We saw some pretty good matches. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk was a good match. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar was kind of I think we were expecting a 45-minute match when we did not know that Brock Lesnar was going to retire. So it was pretty quick. And we did get the intro from Obafemi we wanted. He had the place rocking, and I didn't expect Jade Cargill to lose her belt, but the story goes on, and they have the Leah Ripley story back in effect. Again, we know it's fake, y'all. We know wrestling is fake, but it's our soap opera, and it goes on and on and keep bringing people back. We're seeing all types of cameos, and like you didn't have to have what's the guy's name, the punter, the NFL punter, interfering in the match. All kind of theatrics, but that's the business, man. So Vegas was rocking. They said 50,000 people on both days, which to me seemed pretty small of a number when you think about the Pontiac Silverdome back in the day, where it was 101,000 or something like that. So I understand they had a hard time selling tickets. That's because I think the fans are less diehard these days as they once were back in the early 2000s, late 90s, where we was all in. WWE, WWF, WCW, where both could live, and we'll have still the rabid fans who would just do anything for a ticket. The times have changed. You got a lot of stuff going on. WrestleMania at the same time as fights going on. So Alicia Baumgartner had a fight this weekend on Friday, I believe, and it was actually a pretty entertaining fight. She did not knock her opponent out because her opponent was very tough. And then you get Clarissa Shields calling her out that she looked like an amateur. I think the opposite. I think Alicia Baumgartner looked like a professional who fought someone that was tough. 10 rounds, 3-minute rounds. She was in a dogfight and she had to play defense. I think she has some of the best defensive tactics of all female fighters, in that she protects her face. She moves, she parries, she kind of like moves her head as she should. She got caught a couple times, but when you're in a tough fight, that's what happens. She won the fight. She was picking her spots. She picked the girl apart. She was hitting her with tougher shots, cleaner shots, but she did lose 2 or 3 rounds in there, and that's normal in a good fight. So I don't see what Clarissa sees. And yes, she did knock her out, but she had a very tough opponent, so you don't get a knockout every single time. And Clarissa should know that she only has 3 knockouts. As big and much as she bullies people, she has 3 knockouts. That tells me something. And we've seen her not at the best, so I know that they're building up. I don't think they can fight. I think it's a 50-pound difference. Alicia Baumgartner weighs 130 pounds. And Clarissa Shields walks around at 185? Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Papa said, let me get my old jersey, please. What color? Because we moving on. We going to Nike. I've been talking to everybody saying, hey, you want to support this program? We trying to move up out these Adidas and get to this Nike. I wore Adidas at UCLA my first year and it wasn't fun. Adidas gear fits different and it wasn't in a good way. I wanted to get about them Adidas so bad, we went to Reebok. We wore Reebok at UCLA. Not so bad. It wasn't that bad. They actually had some good gear. Uniforms fit good. The cleats were pretty bad. We had to wear soccer cleats because some of the Reebok cleats were just not it. They were trying. We were taking that Reebok stuff back to the Reebok store. We got in trouble for it because we were turning in our issue gear back to the Reebok store and getting store credit. What's wrong with that? Because you guys got it for free, you can't get merchandise for it. I'm like, why is everything got to be we doing something illegal? Like what? Reebok said it's okay. Reebok know we got the stuff for free. Everybody always tripping on the young student athlete trying to make it happen. What's up with that? You want both what? Purple and yellow? We might have to wear the purple ones the first game because we might not have our uniforms fast enough because you know how long that takes and sometimes you got to do it the best. I might have to have them wear the gray uniforms the first game if we don't get our Nike uniforms in time. Pop said, chill, I made that uni look good. It looks good. It didn't fit good on everybody. You were big. So if you were, 6'2", 235, you look cool. But them little dudes, it made them look even smaller. The white one, better than the Adidas we had. Man, the Reeboks were better than them Adidas. Those Adidas were like boots. I couldn't stand them Adidas, man. I'm wearing them raggedy Adidas getting jammed up by Carl Greenwood. My days were tough, man. As a true freshman UCLA receiver versus Carl Greenwood every day. And we ran a cover 2 scheme on defense. So context, I'm 180 pounds out of high school. Carl Greenwood is 205, 6'2", long arms, strong, going to the league. My route is an outside goal route. His job, not let him outside. So think about the conflict. How long is 7-on-7 and how long is team? And if I'm still running our offense because I was in the mix until I wasn't in the mix. Until they designate you as a red shirt, you're still in the mix to play. And we had a couple of injuries, so I'm trying to make the team. And I'm going against Carl Greenwood, and he's in a strong cover 2. Like head up cover 2. Stepping outside and jamming me back inside. And I have to go outside. And Rick Neuhauser was my receiver coach. And he's like, kid, you got to get outside. Because now the cornerback can see the play and come off and make a play in the flat if I don't get him to turn his hips to the outside. So easy to say I'm going out of bounds to get outside. To get outside of Carl Greenwood, I have to release, beat his hands, and still get around him. I will be successful 5 out of 10 times. Tough shedding in them bad Adidas. Long season. Can I wear my Nikes and just tape them up? No, you're wearing Adidas. You want the white one? Do we have good white ones? All them white ones looked like they was dusty and tore up. I'm about to put them in some purple and whites for spring ball next week. And I'm going to cut the bottoms out so they can just wear them to practice. But if there are some white game jerseys, let me know. I haven't seen any nice white ones. I've seen old dusty ones that were made of some type of polyester. That almost feel like windbreaker material. Come through, man. Come watch practice. I'm trying to get your brother back on the squad. He's been out there watching, getting mental reps. So I want to get him right and get him back out there. He needs it. I can see it in his face. He wants to be out there. I told him I'm going to hold 55 for him. It's still a spot, man. Some tender love. Let's get into it, man. The Georgia police. You see, where's my track, man? I got to get it going. I know. Hey, who moved tender love? Here we go. Better not get rid of that. All right, so Georgia police. All right, here's some context. Shavah Branch played football at Milliken High School. Milliken High School's backfield was Shavah Branch, Deion Tyler, Scott Allen. All my good friends. Again, going back to that camaraderie thing. Shavah's son is Zach Branch. Going to be drafted in the NFL draft next week. He goes home to see his brother at Georgia, the school he just left to go to the pros. He gets arrested for standing on the curb. It says a male, later to be identified as Zachariah Branch, continued to stand on the sidewalk without making any attempt to move. This is the police report. I continue to give Zachariah Branch verbal commands to move from blocking the sidewalk and advised that if he did not, he would be given a citation for blocking the sidewalk. Going on to say they arrested him for obstructing justice and released him on $39 bail. But the headline said, UGA star wide receiver, NFL prospect Zachariah Branch arrested. And I immediately said, bogus. You know when you know somebody and you know their character? This is a great kid. This is a picture of the Game Changer workout group 2 summers ago. And if you look from the right, the third from the right is Zachariah Branch playing around, trolling his teammate, Bishop Gorman teammate. And all these ball players all play Division I players. My son back there in the back with the blonde braids. You got Zion Branch right here on the left. All these guys are playing D1. All these are great kids. Coach Vaughn right in the middle invites my son to work out with Coach Vaughn and his staff every summer in Vegas. Zach Branch here playing around, trolling, having fun. The most gifted, most just humble, electric young man. And as soon as I saw the headline, I said bogus. They want to make him look bad. Standing on the curb, knowing he did not obstruct anything. Shame on the Georgia police. Whatever county they were in, whoever it was, Billy Bob, Jim Bob, Roscoe Pico Train, whoever it was. Shame on you, man. You know who Zachariah Branch is in Georgia, what he did for that team, for that program. You know exactly who he was. It's a shame we still have to go through that kind of stuff, man. But it's a lesson to be learned. Even if you have done nothing wrong. And he apparently did nothing wrong. Because if he saw the danger or whatever was happening, he's on the sidewalk out the way and the cops are hollering at you, you don't move. If you move, apparently he said he moved back a couple steps and he said that wasn't far enough. So they threw the handcuffs on him and threw him in the back of the car. I don't like that kind of stuff, man. So I'm going to say right here, I know it was bogus. This man is still first round, second round draft pick. Don't let the game fool you that's being ran. It's not the first time that a prominent African American student athlete has been targeted by the police to be painted in a manner that would show that he is not a law-abiding citizen. This is not the case. I know this kid. I know his dad. I know his family. Doesn't drink, smoke, cuss, or fuss. He is going to the league. He said he wants to be the president of the United States. A troublemaker doesn't say that. Well, I take that back. Y'all's president is a troublemaker, so I guess you could be a troublemaker and be the president. But in this case, this is a great kid. I can vouch. Just as y'all know who my kid is, I'm a vouch for Coach Ba. Shavaz's kid is him. He's not the guy they're trying to paint in the media. So don't let that fool you. The kid is who he is. So you wore what the soccer players wore. You were the first one to show us to wear the soccer cleats, Mooley. And we thought you were crazy because, like, man, you ain't wearing no soccer cleat. They don't have the front toe. There's no cleat in the front. I thought, you still have to remember we were still in the screw-in era. We had the screw-in cleats, the Walter Paytons, where you screwed in your cleats based on length and how long the grass was. You put the screw-ins in, and I had those screw-in Adidas. Trash, man. We didn't have no insoles. We had to get those hard insoles made. Trash, man. I wonder how much better we could have been if we had good shoes. Pop said, if I got time away from practice, I'll make sure to come through. Hey, our schedule is, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we on the field. Supposedly, California no longer allows, unlimited spring ball practice. We got 10 practices, but we've been on the field, just going through shirts and shorts and getting, plays ran for a while. But spring ball officially 10 practices. I said, man, California is so soft. Can't do 2-a-days back to back. Not that I want to, but I think it's necessary to get guys ready, because there's a reason why we had 2-a-days back in the day. Speaking of today's football, have you seen this? This is Texas Tech. The
good communication. Good work. Good talk. Good talk.
Patrick Mahomes.
Here we go. Reset it.
The Patrick Mahomes walkthrough room. So they're taking preparation to the next level. This is something I've never seen. They are walking through to a 50. It's not a 50 yards wide because it's only outside the hash. It's like half field. So I would say 25 yard, probably a 30 yard wide TV screen. And the kids get to see the motions and the formation. So it's half line. And the kids are able to see, talk, make adjustments. Well, it is. The numbers to the numbers, the hashes.
Good talk.
I don't think it's the same distance as a real field. But the hashes are probably legit. And this is more for safeties and backers who have to move and who have to adjust. Man, there's no reason why these kids can't be successful. They got everything you could think of. VR goggles, indoor walkthrough, visual walkthrough. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I've been around the world twice and saw everybody 3 times. That when I saw that, that's downright amazing to me. Quick story, Nike says they're not selling shoes like they once were. That could be a few things. They're not making cool shoes, or they're not picking the right athletes to be the face of those shoes. I think once Nike got rid of Kyrie Irving, they could feel the decline, because whose shoe are you going to wear? I don't know one person who has a pair of LeBrons. I'll take that back. My wife bought a pair of pink LeBrons because they were cute, she says. But I don't hear a lot of kids saying, I'm going to wear these LeBrons. I'm going to hoop in these LeBrons. They want to hoop in John Morant's. They want to hoop in Ant-Man's. They want to hoop. They would even get the Anta Kyrie's. Who's their favorite player? That's who they would want to wear on their feet. We are still wearing Air Jordans. I wore Air Jordans today with my fit. I got Air Jordan sweatsuits coming for the team. Well, I take that back. The coaching staff is going to get Air Jordan. The kids get Nike. We ain't got that kind of money. Speaking of money, if you want to support the team, we got a fundraiser right now. Did I bring that in? It's a cookie dough. It's a typical old school cookie dough fundraiser. If you like those snickerdoodles, peanut butter, chocolate chunk, oatmeal raisin, hit me in the chat. Say I'll buy a bag. It's $20. You help the kids out with their uniforms. Get the kids pullover sweaters, and put some good money into the Booster Club fund. I need to raise $100,000 because I want to eat good before the game and after the game. I want the kids to have that luxury we had. I don't want to eat the Ritz-Carlton runny eggs, Mooly. Them runny eggs and sausage and uncooked sausage, half-cooked bacon. I don't want that. I want kids to eat good before and after the game. I want to have enough money saved up for us to eat whenever we get ready. Nice uniforms, nice t-shirts, nice shorts, nice gear, cleats, gloves, sleeves, all the stuff they need, get it all taken care of. I'm going to reach out to some guys I know that got long money and say, hey, man, put some money on the books. Put 25 racks on the books so I can get this stuff taken care of so we ain't got to sell cookie dough all day. So if you're going to help out with even more than 20, I appreciate it. Just send me an inbox, say send me an invoice. I'll send you a Cash App, QR code. I'll post one in the chat, and you can help out the team. I really appreciate it. I'm going to hit some deep pockets of guys who always say they want to support. I'm going to hold you to it. Put some money on these kids' books, man. Help out the kids. It's not for me, it's for the kids. Speaking of kids, the kids going to be out this weekend, spring cleanup. They're going to be in the community helping out. Saturday, April 25th, 10 to 12. The Norwalk boys going to be out there cleaning up, taking care of the community. All right, so my weekend as I get out of here was pretty big, man. I've been installed as senior pastor at Christians Community Center of Long Beach. 3CLA Ministries under 4CI, Christian Community Center International. I want to thank all my friends who came and those who couldn't come or didn't know. I didn't make a big deal of it, but my wife she went behind my back and asked a few of my friends to show up, man. So here is a picture of my father-in-law, Dr. Will T. Washington, the apostle of the organization, with some of his pastors he sent out over 30 years ago, Bishop Mitchell, Bishop Perkins, and Dr. Jackson's wife, Jewel, Pastor Reggie Perkins in Mississippi, Macomb, Jackson, and Upper Marlboro, Virginia. My wife and I were ordained, and the work starts. It had already started. We've been doing the work for a while, so it's not a big reach. It's not something that we weren't accustomed to doing. All my buddies showed up, man. It was, I got from the left to right, Quee Biz, Courtney Simpson, Paul Guidry, Phil Rogers, Derek Ayers, the Geach, Josh Johnson, Philip Ward, best man at my wedding, my Papa Don, OG Long Beach Poly legendary coach. Got Marlon Brisker, who's on my staff at Norwalk, Meach, Barry, Jeff Adger. All these guys came through, man. A couple other guys came through who might have left a little bit early. I think it was Antoine Lampkin showed through, came through, hugged me actually during offering. I was like, yo, what's he doing? What's going on, man? And then, a couple other people showed up. Uncle Maine from Vegas drove in with his wife Trishan. Thanked them for coming through. It was overwhelming, man. Now the work itself is going to be for life, until I leave this earth. This is the work I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna coach a few years, but this work I do for the kingdom is what's gonna be forever, man. So that part is etched in stone. Overwhelmed by the reception, the acceptation, people accepting the fact that Apostle is retiring, and that's the work that we're gonna do. My wife and I are built for it, and we're gonna get it going. Cuzzo Darren Martin is in here. Same shoes, just different colors. It works, man. I'm buying the shoes I couldn't afford. when I was young, even though I did have a pair of Jordans. We all had the Jordan 3s at Marshall Junior High for 9th grade basketball. We all bought the blue cement Jordan 3s, and we was fly. We was fly. Dr. Frazier said we're going to be blessed. Amen. My brother, we appreciate all the love and support. Jay Moore for taking pictures. We got to take care of you, man. You did a great job. Papa Don for coming through with his young new wife there. My wife's like, that looks like Carol, a young version of Carol, the late great mother we love so dearly, Carol Norford. We never want to forget her. These are my Vidars, Wildcats, Cowboys teammates. And Coach Don was our coach. My drill brothers, my college brothers, and then J-Mo jumped in there because he was in college with us. We put the fours up. Q and Phil Rogers weren't there with us, but they were part of the group. And we are bonded for life, brothers for life. We got sons we're bringing up, daughters we're bringing up, and we all support one another, man. And again, it goes back to what I talked about at the beginning of the show as I get ready to get out of here. One of the things you take from athletics and sports is the bond and the friendships you make. They're lifelong because you have commonalities that you cannot take away. The investments you guys make together, lifting weights, running, going to class, experiencing the same things you guys have. Nobody else can experience that you guys experience. I mean, we had so many fun times, so many trials, so many times we went to take a test and we all got an F on the test and laugh about it and go back and take it again and do better. Lifting weights, not being able to lift certain weights and then getting clowned and, taking showers and just stuff that these kids have no idea. Like, I gotta tell these kids to take a shower. They like, I ain't taking no shower and get naked. I'm like, there's nothing funny style about it, man. Get clean so you don't go to class musty. You want to be smelling good for the ladies, right? Go take a shower. No, I'll be all right. Okay, well, you're going to be funky all day. The real world, man, get clean so you don't have a stench lingering around you. Nobody cares about you getting naked and getting clean. That's just how we do. That's college. That's life. That's professionalism, man. I took my son to the YMCA, say, hey, we're going to get a bath after we swim in this pool to get the chlorine off our skin. We got to take a shower in front of all these people? Yes. They not tripping off you. Just get dressed real quick. Don't be naked all day like the old men at the gym. Put your clothes on and get up out of here. So when I have the kids who do take a shower, I say, hey, man, don't be in here lunching. Take your shower, get clean, get dressed, and get out of here. Don't be in here playing around. No cell phones allowed. And that's how it's been. It's been a good thing. Let's see. All right, so as I go, it's prom season. Unpopular take. I don't like these champagne parties, man. Where the kid going to the prom spends $5,000-$10,000 on a prom, pre-prom, with a wad of cash, showing it off to the camera like he got a job. And they spend all this money on the aesthetic of the prom and the rental car. And then the young lady comes out wearing something she probably going to get dress coded for at the door. And I'm like, why is this what we do? Why do we do that? Why do we spend so much money on the prom? And then I sometimes I profile because I'm a teacher. And as I see a lot of my students talking about the prom and they got like multiple F's. And I'm like, if I were your parent, you would not be going to the prom. And if you did go to the prom, you'll be going on a Temu budget because you don't deserve no $5,000 champagne party. As I see my man Byron Biggers, he's my man on the street. Long Beach Finest knows everybody. He always posts the champagne parties that he attends for his nephews and nieces. And they always spend a ton of money to look fly and to floss like they got money. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, they spent all that money and Buddy ain't even going to college. Buddy's going to get a job. Which is, it's still part of life. They got to experience that, but you're going to make sure that prom is so big and extravagant that they believe that this is it. The prom is just a small part of it all. The grad night is a very small part of it all. The entire experience is what it is. I know it's the accumulation of everything, but don't spend no $5,000 on no kid who ain't taking care of business. Now, we have some kids who deserve all that, but most of these kids, I promise you, they not taking care of business in the classroom. Some of these kids ain't even gonna graduate. They going to the graduation with an empty diploma. Got summer school to finish a couple classes up. Make that kid go to the prom in a regular tuxedo, no champagne party. Just go pick his date up and go to the prom and come right back. We letting these kids get away with murder, man. Champagne party for a kid who ain't got no 3.0 GPA. What's that? What are we saying? Just be mediocre. It's okay. And is the black community the only demographic that has champagne parties? Do white folks have champagne parties? Or they just take a couple pictures out front? Because we have the red carpet. We got the streamers, fireworks. The whole neighborhood comes. The family drives over to the house to see you come outside. It's serious, man. It's serious business. Don't mess around with no black folks champagne party. My unpopular take, I think it's unnecessary, man. I think it's cool to take a few pictures and see them off. But come on, man. Be having horses and carriages and kid with $1,000 in cash in his pocket. He flashing it to the camera. Got a $1,000 suit on that's not his. I don't get it, man. It's a different day. All right, man. That's my show. Again, appreciate y'all for coming through. Quick impromptu show. Did I get it all covered? Hopefully. If not, we'll cover it next week. Let me make a quick look at my list of things I wanted to talk about. I think that's it. Once again, if you want to help out with these kids, hit me up. Messenger me. Say I want to support. Where do I send money? I will send you a link, and then it will go as a donation. We'll give you a tax credit, and you can put it in with your taxes. Even though taxes just passed for next year, you can say I contributed to the football team, which is a government entity. So you will get your tax right off as you donated to a school. All right. So again, if you know somebody that has deep pockets, let me know. There's somebody that wants to support. They have a business. They want to get rid of some money because they have to have tax write-offs. I'm also available for that. So let me know. I appreciate you guys. Have a blessed week. I'm always going to invite you to church. Might as well. Every Sunday, 3CLA Ministries in Long Beach. Look it up on YouTube, Facebook, and our website, 3CLAministries.org. You can find out our address is 3960 East Gilman Street in Long Beach, right off of Lakewood and Willow by the police station. In the back of that cul-de-sac. Can't miss it. Same area as all in CDL training, the future of commercial driving. If you need a CDL license, they have licensed drivers that will instruct you on how to obtain your CDL license. Get yourself in the mix to make some long money. Long hauls, local drivers, they all make good money. Do something for yourself. Be a CDL license holder. Get yourself a job. Hopefully next week AC2 will join me. He again is in classes and he is decompressing, so I'm not tripping off him. He's doing his thing, getting ready for this season. He is killing the game. You watch his Instagram, the videos I post of him. That's going to be the guy catching the ball and running around. I don't know who's going to tackle him at the D3 level, but he's going to have a movie of a season, and I can't wait. All right, man. I appreciate y'all. Mooley's going to visit. I can't wait to see you, my brother. Bring your lady, bring whoever you're going to bring with you, bring your kids. Would love to see you, man. I'd love to see anybody. Like to come to the house of Yeshua, the Church for Truth Seekers. Come see your boy. I appreciate it. My first Sunday is this Sunday. My first Sunday as pastor is this Sunday. I got Bible study tomorrow night and Sunday morning service at 11 a.m. in Long Beach. So come see your boy. and you'll be blessed. I promise you. All right, y'all. Have a blessed week. I'll see you next time. AC Sports Live. I'm out.